Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to WhatAreYouKiddingMe.net. A couple months ago, I did a little talk about MF Global. Remember, MF Global was run by John Corzine. Used to be the governor and then a senator of New Jersey. He made news because the MF Global, all of a sudden, $1.6 billion was missing. You know, of course, we see them in front of the Congress and stuff like that, in courts with their hands up, you know, because they're under oath. And I mean, once one of them raises their hands, we know they're going to be honest, you know, because it's under oath. I mean, they're going to make sure they're honest. Yeah, right. But anyway, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, all of a sudden, $200 million came up. A transfer came up that was sent to J.P. Morgan. Yeah, $200 million. It came from customer accounts. Some of the customer accounts, from traders to farmers. It came from their accounts to cover a $200 million overdraft. Miraculously came up, huh? 1.6 billion is still missing though. But you know, you gotta wonder. This has been happening. I remember in 2001, underneath our George Bush regime, you had Stanford Financial, Adelphia, Enron. You had so many major companies. All of a sudden, just hundreds of millions of dollars was missing, and it just continued, and it's still continuing today. $200 million now comes up. I'll tell you, you know, I remember reading some of the comments on CNN, you know, check an overseas account, check his bank account, check his... Come on, we're not stupid. We're not stupid. It's just a legal way to steal. I mean, I ask myself, is there any difference between this and shoplifting? Absolutely not. You're stealing. You know, you want to misplace, you know, change, a couple $100, that's one thing. $1.6 billion, believe me, there's some kind of organization going on there where a lot of people were paid off. And all of a sudden, $200 million, now we find a transfer slip for it. Give me a break, you know. Unless our federal government starts cracking down on things like this and holding people responsible, we're going to continue to head downhill. This is insane. You know, we let 10 rich people get incredibly wealthy, but screw thousands of blue-collar, middle-class farmers or whatever it is, just to benefit from it. And that's all this is. I don't... You check it out. Look at some of the comments that I read. I mean, it's just insane. You know, we have to start holding these people who think they're above everybody in this world because they pay certain people off in Washington or whatever. We have to start holding them responsible. And that's all it is. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. That's all it is. It's a 3-year-old could figure that out. Okay? It's corrupt. It's another way of stealing or whatever you want to call it. This is nothing different than a 2-bit shoplifter. There's not a difference if it's a $2 bag of Oreo cookies or $1 billion. You stoop down to that level and you're no different when you do things like this. The problem is we got to start cracking down on these people and holding them responsible. And I am disgusted of it. Every day we're reading about something new like this. The problem is nothing's done. Nothing's done. You know, we pay into these Democrats and we get favors from them so we could do stupid stuff like this and get away with it, and then we pay into Republicans stupid amounts of money so we could do the same thing. This is insane. I'll tell you when it'll change, okay? When we catch people doing this, and in a week's time, not years down the road, we start the trial, this and that. Within a week's time, we start, like they would do in other countries, we start holding them responsible and sending them to prison forever. I'll tell you what, I'll bet you see very few incidents like this anymore because people are going to know there's consequences. Give me a break. Look it up, MF Global. You'll see the latest news. And the biggest joke is when you see the people standing there like this. Give me a break. Come on. Thanks, folks.